Hello students, today we will start our unit number 1, section A, Dal Delight, which was written by Subhadra Sen Gupt. Subhadra Sen Gupt was born in Delhi. She specializes in writing short stories like ghost stories, detective stories, fictions, non-fiction works, etc. And she is basically known for her comedy strips. Now I will introduce you with the character of Dal Delight. There are three main characters: Sadiq the son, Muhammad Qadir the father and the owner of the food stall, and Nawab, basically a rich person. Now let's start with the lesson. Gist of the story is that Nawab Hassan came to the stall of Muhammad Qadir to taste new food because he had heard so much about Qadir's cooking, so he had come there to taste his food. So he asked him to give him. So Qadir bluntly said no, because what I specializes is takes time to make. If you want, I can serve you my Shahi Urad Dal Shahi Urad, you can say Dal Shahi Urad tomorrow only, not today. So now see, Nawab Hassan, he is very rich. He had never heard no from anyone. But when a small shop owner said no to him, he was intrigued. Why is he saying? Is it really that good? He has such an arrogance in his. So he said, okay, so you do one thing, you prepare it tomorrow and send it to me. Now again Qadir said, no, I will not be sending it to you. You have to come because it has to be served hot. As soon as it is prepared, it has to be served. Now again Nawab started thinking, he has never met such a rude cook. He had met a lot of people, but he had never met such a rude cook. So again, because of the intriguing nature of what type of dal he will be preparing, it's just dal. Then also how confident he is telling me that he can't serve me, I have to come. So he accepted. Okay, now the other portion, when Nawab and Qadir were talking, Sadiq the son, he was thinking that again his father is being rude with all, like he is with all his customers, he is doing the same with Nawab. He was thinking that Nawab after eating dal will give a huge reward, but because of his behavior, because of his father's nature, they may lose that reward. So again Nawab said, okay, you call me when you are done, you call me, I'll come. Then Qadir again said, you have to come immediately, otherwise I'll just throw the dal or I will give it to the poor. So he said, okay, you call me as soon as you are done. So the same evening, Qadir and Sadiq both went to the market, purchased the spices that were required to make Dal Shahi Urad, and then after it he started preparing the next morning. When he was about to done, he sent his son Sadiq to call upon the Nawab. Now after that, when Sadiq reached Nawab, he saw that Nawab was busy flying kites with his friend. So Nawab interrupted and said that my father calls you for eating. So he neglected the son, because the friend, he said, you will stop flying kite and you will go for that. Are you serious? So Nawab said that he will come later. Now Sadiq knew that if Nawab will not reach on time, his father will definitely throw the dal out, and here goes his dream of getting a huge reward. So what he thought, instantly he got an idea that his friend Aman, Sadiq's friend Aman, he is very good in kite flying. So he went to Aman's house and asked to cut down the Nawab's kite. Aman did the same. Again Sadiq ran to the house of Nawab, and there he said, now you can come. So Nawab realized that he had an appointment to have lunch at Qadir's stall. So he went over there, and when he actually tasted it with raita and hot chapati, roti, it is named, there it is called roti. So buttered roti, when he ate, he was like mesmerized. It was fantastic. The taste of the Shahi dal was so fantastic that he actually gave a huge reward to Qadir and said that he loved it. And after that, when Nawab went, Sadiq knew that his father will give some of the amount to him, and with that he will be purchasing sweets and all. Okay, so this is the summary of our Dal Delight by Subhadra Sen Gupt. So now, as you see, after the summary we will be doing the syllables. I know you guys have studied syllable in your previous classes, but now today it's part of the lesson. So basically syllable is the sound of vowel in a word. Vowel sound in a word is called syllable. So here you can see two words, inferno and water. Here we will pronounce them and see how many vowel sounds are there. The number of vowel sounds are equal to the number of syllables. So let's see the words. First word is inferno. Inferno. Here you have three vowel sounds. You don't have to look for the alphabets. You won't be looking for the vowels, alphabets, but you will be looking for the sound. Okay. So in, E sound. Fa, A sound, and no, O sound. So basically here you have three syllables. Let's see another example. Water. Water. A, wa, o. See, letter is A, but the sound is O. So that's what I'm saying. You won't be looking for the alphabets, vowel alphabets, or you can say vowels, but you will be hearing the sound of it. So wa and tar, E is there, but the sound is of A. So here you have two syllable, O and A. So the number of syllable in this word is 2. Now let's proceed again further. There are parts of speech. Now you know that without parts of speech, sentence is not possible, because what is sentence? It's the collection of words. Now those collection have different names, and those names fall under the category of parts of speech. So in parts of speech you have nouns, you all know and you all have studied. Then you have pronouns. Both of these make your subject or object. Then you have verb, adverb, adjectives, conjunctions or connectors, and last one is prepositions. So these are the parts of speech, but do not think that only these are supposed to be in a sentence. You have last one is, but it is not in the part of speech, is determiners. Determiner. Determiners are also there in the sentence. That's why I'm saying कि don't only think that if they are there then only you have a sentence, but these are parts. When you write a sentence, not everyone is expected to be in there, but few of them will be there. For example, let's just take one example. Ram plays. This is a sentence. This is a part of simple sentence. Now here Ram is your noun, proper noun, and plays is your verb. It's noun and it's verb. So here also it's complete. It's not incomplete. So to make a sentence, parts of speech is necessary, but it is not at all necessary to include each and every part in the same sentence. Thank you, and for details don't forget to attend the classes. Bye.